So why not I come back to actually do the parts and basically looping the other one over there so it doesn't be part something something. Anyways, let's talk about the first 5 seasons of Power Rangers versus freaking Super Sentai. We gotta do the one that started it all, and I'm gonna skip Battle Fever because that doesn't really count. And let me just say the side note of thanks to one person in particular, I did some digging like way back, and sadly the still video is still blocked worldwide. But I actually did look into it, and Stan Lee wanted to bring Super Sentai to America. Hey! I didn't know what extent though. It's like it could have been a comic book series or it could have been a show. Thanks to him, it's been confirmed that it was going to be a show, and it would be exactly the way Power Rangers would be. And I would have to expect that Marvel would not have been like, oh, but now we got to change things, man. I'm tired of the dun-dun-dun. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure Marvel will be like, nah, we're cool. We're going to keep on going. Keep the same Power Rangers. It's like, we don't even know what it would have been called, but either way, rest in peace, Stan Lee. So let's start with the first one, which is, of course, Mighty Morphin Power. Actually, no, we do have to talk about Flashman, technically. It's like, I'm not going to go into it, but also Flashman deserves to be mentioned because that was the first one. Flashman or Bioman, one of those. So that was the very first one that he was going to try to do, and it failed. But then we get to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus Super Sentai Ranger, Betty, it's like, yeah, so that one. I would have to say they tie. It's like, it has to be either, they tie. They just tie too much to the point of where it's like, yeah, freaking, Q Ranger, not Q Ranger, Jew Ranger edging up. And it's like, oh, it win. And then all of a sudden we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, it win. And it just keeps going back and forth to the point of where it's like, it's a tie. It's a solid tie. They both have good things that going for them. The only thing that'll actually make it be like, oh, well, the reason why Power Rangers should win is because the poorly done story with Burai. That's the only thing that I have to say that's like, okay, no. It's because Burai went, and his happy ending of him dying, and he's showing like, hey guys, I'm okay, but I'm pretty sure the kids were crying the next day. So I was trying to say that, oh, but the Japanese kids are tough, they're able to actually deal with this darkness. And it's like, oh, well, if that's true, then how come O Ranger had to get followed up by freaking Car Ranger? Yeah, sorry, but dude, you need to freaking shut up and sit down. But still, the reason why I would say it's bad is because at the end of it all, Burai was able to go into the past, and it doesn't even, I mean, into the freaking his death, but yeah, it didn't show that. It was like, oh, well, he went to hell. It's like, no, they didn't show that. So technically at the very end where all the Rangers technically died too, they ascended in quotations heaven, Burai should have been up there in that cloud, be like, hey guys, how you doing guys? Hey, how you doing? And freaking damn Dragon Caesar gets to go up there, but he doesn't. What the fuck? Yeah, that should have been the last part. Be like, hey guys, I'm up here. Burai! Geki! Hey! It's like, yeah, that's how it should have went, but it didn't. It didn't go down like that. Yeah, it's sad, really. It's really, really sad. So that's the only reason why Power Rangers would win. My over Power Rangers would win this, but I think it's a tie. It deserves to be a tie. There's so many other things that they actually did that's like, it deserves to tie with each other. So good standing on both ways. Next, we get Die Ranger. Go say Sentai Die Ranger. Bandai America, you're a dumbass idiot. Die Ranger wins. Next, season 3. Ninja Sentai Kakuranger versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers season 3. It's like, yeah, we could talk about season 2, but it's like, no, it doesn't really count. It's like, it doesn't really count. It's like, I can't count that As for season 3, you can kind of count it, but technically you can only count 10 episodes. And even then, it's like, well, what do you think about the concept of Aquatar and ninjas versus... The thing is that it's kind of unfair to even talk about it because it's like, it's new everything. They have a full story. Only thing you guys did was just be like, oh, well, now there's Aquatar to get new Zords. And it's like, personally, I would say it might tie, but if we're going by a full actual story that they have, a full story, and not to mention the fact of freaking you married Rita and Lord Zed together, what the fuck? Because it's some dumbass idiot kids over there crying, be like, and that's the only way how technically Die Ranger would go against season 2 is be like, Lord Zed showed up. Dude. That's the only way I would be like, okay, maybe they could tie. It's like, maybe all of them can tie. But if we're talking about a brand new story with brand new weapons, brand new Zords, brand new Rangers, you guys kind of f***ed up. You f***ed up big time. You f***ed up. You f***ed up. So that's why when Power Ranger Zeo came along with O Ranger, Power Ranger Zeo wins. Like I said, O Ranger was a depressing season. Have I watched it? Only a few episodes before Toei was like, oh no, YouTube, you don't get to have O Ranger YouTube. No, hell no, YouTube. It's like, no, YouTube, no. That's the only way I watched O Ranger, and it was just a little bit. I didn't watch the full moments because it didn't even attract me to even watch it, though. That's the messed up part. It's like, there's so much varieties to the point where it's like, some of them fall short, and I'm sorry, that's just how it goes. Then we have Car Ranger versus Turbo. Sadly, I didn't watch all of Turbo, but I think I got most of it. Car Ranger, it was silly from the very beginning. I was like, no, fuck this. So sadly, Power Rangers Turbo wins. They win. It's like, that's just how it goes. They win. I'm not gonna give it a chance. Freaking damn Blue Centaurian, which is, I don't know his name. I forgot what his name was. He has a wife and child, and he wears a freaking damn apron. Man, no, we're done. No. Power Rangers Turbo, it's like Power Rangers for the first time ever, made sure that they were able to just go straight forward. It's like, yeah, Zeo, Turbo, they went straight forward, all because they decided to do different stories and have different costumes and everything. Then we get to In Space. So In Space and also, Deca Ranger? No, not Deca Ranger. Mega Ranger. Okay, that's it. Okay, so Mega Ranger versus Power Rangers In Space. They tie. One thing that Mega Ranger did that was pretty awesome and very humbling, which is maybe just coincidence, but I'm pretty sure they actually got inspiration for Power Rangers, is that they were like, let's bring some teenagers into this. So they brought teenagers into the Power Ranger fold. Of course, they did have an old man as the Super Ranger. But even so, that was a good one. I didn't get to watch all of it because, again, this was the time where eventually YouTube was like, oh no, Toei, please don't hurt us. Toei. Ah, Toei, no, Toei, no. Ah. It's like, yeah, so I didn't get to watch all of Mega Ranger. But for all I watched, it was actually pretty good. Yeah, pretty good story. Power Rangers In Space, oh frick, they wanted to end this series with a bang. And they sure did, to the point of where they actually resurrected Power Rangers for the first time ever. It's like, yeah, because it was about to get canceled, and that's why Mystic Knights of Tildanog was born, to replace Power Rangers. Yeah, and it got killed because Power Rangers got saved and they couldn't coexist. I don't know why. But anyways, yeah, there you go. So in the first round, you have like lots of ties, and then they were able to actually make 2 wins. They were able to get 2 wins. And it's like, yeah, I really don't want to watch Car Ranger. It's just like the modern day of, well, kind of modern day of Ninja. Trying to make people watch Ninja, but they're like, no, it's too silly, it's too crazy. It's like, yeah, Car Ranger's the same exact thing. The only difference is that at least with Ninja, you have a freaking additive of where it's like, oh, frick, oh my gosh, but the betrayal, oh my gosh, the sacrifice, oh my goodness, this and that and the other. But anyways, yeah, next up we'll talk about the second half of Saban's era.